Or not.
Mine usually, I've luckily tempered mine down enough
I
to
mean,
where it
yeah,
doesn't get me into situations I can recognize when I'm being a complete douche.
right,
And
and
I'm
I
like,
just
alright,
and I just
you gotta chill
remove
out.
myself. Right, I just remove myself. Right, right. Yeah, like I just. Oh, all right, that's cool. I'm not dealing with that. See ya. Like I'm not doing that anymore.
Like, alright, yeah, reset, positive shit. Like, we ain't worried about all this. The only thing, the shit I have left to temper is spitefulness, which is gonna take a lot. Spitefulness, and my inner narcissism for sure. That's a tough one. I don't know if I can even change that or not, but I at least recognize it at a minimum.
That's. I feel like that's one of those things too, where like you're not gonna recognize how to change it until someone recognizes the problem in your behavior that you deem.
That I trust.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah, like
listen
my
to.
mother or my father. Yeah,
The
it's
reason
two,
why
two
why
for a dollar.
why that subject is like so like difficult to like either talk about or help is because it's just like kind of like depression. You can look happy on the outside, like you like, but you don't really know like what someone's like doing to themselves or other people in a situation.
Or just even, I would say mostly the main thing from what I've dealt with, and obviously you have your own perception. I think you can never understand how, no matter what it is, you can never understand directly how that's impacting that person. You can never feel that. So you can never fully understand because it affects everybody so differently.
I see that.
Like, but I would say the big thing because bro, when I was younger, I used to be an asshole. I used to like tell people like when I was like 12, 13, I used to tell motherfuckers, bro, like I used to be like, how are you depressed? Like, just like don't worry about this, blah blah blah. Like, don't worry about that. Like, you don't even have shit going on. Like, there's kids in Africa that are starving that haven't eaten 3, 4 days. There's people that are homeless. Blah blah blah. But then I finally went through some shit in my life and actually had to deal with it. And like, bro, it doesn't matter. It does not matter to that person what the fuck you're saying about like anybody else's viewpoint. They have to be the one to recognize that, and they have to understand that, and they have to understand their position. You can't change that for them, so you have to also be cognizant of that and be understanding and be come at it with the right approach.
That's why a lot of things I just don't address. Like in my
Right? Like
personal,
what?
like in my day to day life.
Oh, like give an example.
Um, like telling that woman your parenting
Oh yeah.
methods. You know what I mean? Like that shit ain't gonna
Yep.
change. That shit ain't gonna matter, bro. Like pick your battles, like
Yeah.
type
Just
thing.
understand
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
More than
You weigh
likely,
your life out,
it's
and like you saying something to that lady is never, it's probably never ever gonna come back to you. It's probably never gonna affect you in any type of way. So why even bother with it? You're probably never gonna see that lady ever again. The odds are extremely slim.
right,
And on top of that, what are the odds that she listened to what you said? Probably also pretty fucking slim.
right. And on top of all the like levels to like thinking about how to treat people from face value, she's also like a customer. So like you know what I mean? Like at like
Yeah, on
surface
top of
level,
everything
I
else,
at surface level like she's a customer. So like it probably wouldn't be in my
that's
best
the number
interest to
one
bitch
thing.
her out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because it's all connected to the bottom line, which is the dollar amount.
Man, that's what I'm dealing with right now. Is I'm trying to like my coworker, not my coworker, yeah, but my employee, which is weird to say. That's what I had a hard time saying that, but it's hard, man, because he's one of those guys where like I can see a little bit of my younger self in him, which sounds corny to say, but I know he has the talent and the ability to do whatever he wants if he just would fucking apply himself and give a shit.
Right.
But it's that ineptitude and that inability, which I understand at a young age because I wasn't, I was probably further along than he was, but I wasn't necessarily like completely out of that zone. I was completely out of that mindset. where I just wanted to like do the bare minimum and just get by. There's a period where I've kind of felt like that, and it's never the case because I have a natural very high work ethic built into me from my father, which I'm grateful for at times. Other times I'm not, because it's a fucking curse sometimes. But I don't know, man. It's just hard being around somebody when you're somebody with a high work ethic, and you're not seeing that being portrayed from somebody else where there's no reason for them not to be. That's extremely frustrating.
Right. So like I'm kind of in the same situation except it's my boss, he's the owner of the store and I'm the manager.
Yeah,
So like I'm
of
like
course.
yeah, I mean, I don't really care honestly. It is what it is. I make sure he pays me and I make sure I get what I'm worth. But like it just at like a black and white like I'm a pretty laid back individual. I have good work ethic. I know when I need to buckle the fuck down and get my shit done, but like I know like shit doesn't need to be at 110% all the time. Beyond
Mm.
all that, he is like take me like in my like little like laziness like twerk like quirks here and there and put it to a fucking 12. He like just throws the like just for instance, it's the little shit for me that really proves how you're gonna act like when real shit comes up, like in certain aspects, like
Mm.
doing good in a business.
I
Like
know
he
where you're going with
doesn't
it.
like he doesn't even have the decency like to throw the bottles in the recycling like garbage that I put there and I changed. Like I always when I got there, this place was fucking filthy, dude. Filthy.
Ugh.
And like I'm not talking like the stuff that like gets can like needs cleaned like once a week. I'm talking like simple shit like the garbage and sweeping.
Right. Yeah.
Like there wasn't food and shit everywhere, but like there was like we have like little stuff that comes off like when we have like a collector's club reward, we stamp it with one of those fucking things and like those little things like all those are
Mm.
everywhere, like little pieces of plastic, packs of cards and boxes and fucking just shit like that. So like and like so like I get that. So like seeing someone not put the same amount of effort that you are in, right? Is essentially what you're
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. And going along with that, I think something we could probably both relate to based off what you just said is when motherfuckers, it's like if you're in a workspace and obviously it changes depending on what kind of like field you're in, but when you're in a workspace and you can't find something you're looking for that you need, and you know for a fact all it takes is putting something back where you found it after you're done using it, it's
yeah.
as simple as that, and it makes everything 150% smoother and more efficient.
Yeah, it does. People don't
And it takes
understand
a
like how
half a
big,
second.
right? And people don't understand how big of a difference like just for an instance, like we take in cards and we send them into companies to get like graded like and get put in like slabs with like a
Yep.
number like okay. So like we do that with like this certain company and we have like sheets that we like fill out and for like the submission form and I like there's a certain way to do it. You have to write down what card it is, what year it is. You're inventorying it essentially for the other company. So when we send it into them, they know what they're getting. And someone came in to wanted to do that and he forgot and he's the only one that can print them out because he has like his phone's connect like everything is connected to his printer like everything like blah 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 like he has the PDF like yada 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 and he's the only one that can
Right.
print out these sheets and it takes literally 3 minutes to sit there and wait for 20 copies like and I now have to take a piece of paper, have the dude write down his name and number, write all the cards out
Yeah.
like word for word. Like it took a whole bunch more time just because he couldn't take the 3 minutes to realize that we were out of fucking Beckett papers. Like so I
Yeah.
understand
It's
shit like
yeah.
that, right?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Fucking nuisances.
Cam Thomas is balling out low key,
Not low key, bro. What?
high key, high key.
Motherfucker's snapping. That motherfucker literally filled Kyrie's role better than he ever could.
The
Not ever,
crazy,
but
the I
recently
did.
could.
Yo, did you see what Kyrie said like in his press conference as a Mav, his first one? Did you happen to watch
Did
that
they
or
already
no?
have it?
Yeah,
No,
So right after he got traded, he deleted his apology for his anti-Semitic tweets or whatever the fuck. He deleted it right off his Instagram. And again,
okay,
I don't give a
which is
fuck.
fine.
I don't
Yeah,
really care.
whatever.
But
It's his
my
choice.
right, but my big thing is like I find it interesting that I find it hard to understand if you're so like his behavior and the way he treats like certain teams and like how he reacts to situations is just so confusing to me. Like
I see. I can see where you would have a bit of confusion, and I think I'm gonna try and clear it up a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. If this will make any sense. My perception of what Kyrie is doing is that Kyrie Irving is literally handling being an NBA player like any other job, like you or I would, that you or I are skilled in. And he's doing it exactly how you or I would, living an everyday, day to day life,
right,
which I think he has the complete right to. And
but the problem is he's not.
how?
He's a professional NBA player involved in a billion-dollar
You're
business.
you're a
He's
professional card seller,
but I'm not it,
essentially.
but my business isn't worth $1 billion.
It doesn't. What difference does that make?
I feel it. I think it's
He's not
and
the owner of the business. He's
he's
an employee.
he's representing the business. I don't know. I
You
feel
represent the card shop,
yeah, exactly, and I conduct myself in a professional manner. I don't put
as does
my
Kyrie Irving.
well,
People,
I
people,
don't think
people aren't
putting
looking at you as a card shop manager and looking at your social media. That's the difference right there. But it shouldn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Is it shouldn't matter. The only reason people are looking at his social media is because he's in a higher platform. It shouldn't make a difference on how you have to act on social media. That makes no sense whatsoever. Unless you're doing some nut shit. He tweeted an anti-Semitic tweet, which is a religious belief. That shouldn't even matter.
I mean, I
People are
feel
more
like
upset about that than Brett Favre stealing fucking money from goddamn fucking colleges for scholarships, bro. Think about that. Shh.
I feel like you're kind of comparing apples to oranges. On top of the fact, Brett Favre is not an active player, and secondly,
What? Oh, so now that makes a difference? What? But he's an
he's not
athlete with a higher
he,
platform.
he's not in the limelight as much as an active player would be. That's why I think there's more eyes on Kyrie. Not that you're kind of splitting hairs at that point. Not that it really matters, but I think the big thing is a lot of people look up to Kyrie. Like I would like I
Bimbo.
think that he
That's not
has,
his issue.
but he has a platform himself though beyond the NBA.
And he can conduct his platform however he wants.
He's allowed
Doesn't make
to
any sense.
no, but so
Why is he
so
required to do something different than you or I? He's working a normal job.
right, so he is allowed to conduct himself in like any manner that he wants. So in essence, there's like an adverse effect where everyone is allowed to have an opinion.
Always.
And like and if I had his platform like that and that much influence, I would not conduct myself that way, personally.
You say that, Bimbo, but you don't. That doesn't make any sense, Bimbo. You've been in a YouTube chat saying the N, and so have I. I'm not saying that I would be conducting myself differently at higher. That doesn't make any sense, Bimbo. You wouldn't be. You might be a little more reserved, certainly, but that doesn't change who you are as a person. He's a person just like you or I.
I think back to situations when like John Wall got caught on camera like throwing up all those gang signs, and like in that situation he was under the impression that he was allowed to be himself in a private setting. he he
That's
would
not.
he would never
He would have
conduct
done
him
that if he was working at Walmart, though.
right, because he's working at Walmart,
That's
bro.
who he is. But so what's the difference? You said a private setting. He didn't think he was in a private setting. He knew he was on an NBA court in front of live television,
No,
phones everywhere, cameras everywhere.
I'm talking about when he was in that fucking studio, and he like posted, and he was like shirtless and shit, and everyone had mad blunts and shit around. Like he did a whole
Oh,
apology about it.
he shouldn't have to apologize for that.
So
Are you like, I don't understand your perception at all.
I'm trying to understand. So you
That's his
think
business.
no matter who you are, what your type of like status is in like however you want to like label it as like influence, fans, money, however you want to label it, you think that they should have no regard for what they say and be authentically themselves 100% of the time.
I think if they're a good enough person, they will have regard for what they're saying no matter what. So I think, yes, 100%, I think everybody should be themselves no matter what. I think in the case of, say, a John Wall, bro, it's different if he's coming out here and he's saying, "Hey, I'm this A plus scholar who went here and did this, and I perform everything to my utmost duty, and I support my community, and I do this and that, and I'm on the neighborhood watch, and boom, boom, boom." Bro, if he was saying that and then doing that shit in the studio, that's a different story. But he's not coming out here and saying shit like that. He's not coming out here and saying I'm the best role model there's ever been. I'm here to make everybody I'm here to make sure all these kids grow up right and do all the.
Right,
First of all, it's not his
but the
responsibility.
company he works for is, and he represents that company, and whatever company you work for,
In a private setting?
you have to hold a certain
Bimbo, you
standard,
don't do
bro.
that. Bimbo, you don't do that in private.
Do what?
You reserve yourself. You don't act differently than you would at work. I mean, you probably do act differently than you would at work.
Like, yeah, for sure. Like, I wanted to smack
That's
the
what I'm
shit out
saying.
of that
But and
kid.
that's what John Wall's doing.
I guess it's just an unfortunate thing because there's so many more eyes on people in that type of work. Like,
I'm
and
just, and
like,
I agree with you. I'm not saying the impact is any less. I'm just saying it's not their responsibility to act differently because of that. They're just like you or I. It shouldn't it matter because they're making more money? Like what?
like I said, however you want to like status with the amount of influence you have, whatever you want to like measure it by. Like me personally, like I said, like I don't think I would be promoting anti-Semitic things if I had that many people watching me. I just don't think I would, even if it was something I vehemently believed in.
But okay, fair enough. I don't know, and it's different, and it's hard to say, I guess, because I haven't been in those shoes where I have that big of a platform.
Right.
So maybe
I
maybe
haven't either.
you have
I haven't either.
possibly. I'm just thinking about it as a normal human. Like I'm thinking about it as a Kyrie, man. Like Kyrie looked at he saw a tweet of a movie that he was interested in, that he watched, that he liked, and he retweeted it and supported it, or a book or whatever it was. Bro, I would do that. For a second, maybe you forgot. Maybe he didn't. Religion shouldn't, like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I have no idea. It just seems crazy to me that people care that much about what Kyrie has going on. So much so that it completely distorts their perception of how he plays basketball at the most elite level, the
Oh
top
no,
1%.
no. You know as well as I do.
And it misconstrues that, and people get
Absolutely
upset about
not.
that. But there's people doing
Absolutely
way
not.
more villainous shit. Bro, fucking Joe Mixon just had an arrest warrant out for him fucking pointing a gun at
DUI
some
or
woman
whatever
on
the
the
fuck,
street
right? Yeah, and he was all
on a
fucked up.
DUI.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers are,
yeah. I
bro, they're
know.
acting like that is more normal than Kyrie tweeting something.
Nah, bro. That's so.
No, literally, there's no nah.
I'm saying, me personally, like, nah, that's fucked up. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, nah, that's not happening. I'm saying, nah, that's fucked up. I don't agree with that. There's certainly other, like, like, the whole, like, if that whole incident with Ja really happened, like, if he's really pointing fucking lasers out this
Even
shit,
that is less than what they're talking about with Kyrie.
but yeah, like, I'm just saying, like, there's definitely bigger things
Oh,
people should be focused on.
we can agree on the fact that Kyrie is a targeted human being.
Yes.
150 million% by
Yeah.
the media, targeted.
I think
Always.
I think he is, and I also think he's brought some, not all, some of it on himself by some of the things he's decided to share with the public,
I
which is completely his right.
I think more so than anything. I think the worst thing he's done is lied to the fans and his franchise publicly, saying that he would re-sign a contract and then
See,
requesting a trade. I think
that's
that's more
his
disappointing.
his the way he handles things and handles people. Like it's just it's. I've never gotten a good vibe from it.
That's just, but to me, that's just publicly lying. You know, the other shit is like, I don't give a fuck, man. Do what you want in your personal life. Bro, that doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. And it never will, and I can't change it. So why would I give a fuck if John Jones beat his what? Why would I care, bro? Do I have to think he's a good person? No.
Right.
But do I have to ever think about it or consider it when it comes to whatever he's doing outside of what I care about, which is MMA? No. Or NBA basketball? No. People get so wound up about shit that will never ever, they'll never have even 0.0000001% impact on ever.
That's a lot of people. Outside of people like targeting Kyrie, like just as a
Right.
society, a
It's
lot of people.
sad,
A
man.
lot of people do that. I don't really like it either. I'm getting pretty sick and tired of it. Like everyone, I think it's. I wouldn't call it exactly a victim mindset, but it like kind of is.
No, for sure. I mean, yeah, definitely.
Who the fuck?
Definitely
Oh,
a
okay.
part of it.
Yeah, like
It's sickening, man. I mean, people just want, like, bro, I'm about to tell this motherfucker, like, bro, if this motherfucker asked me for a raise at work, bro, like, what I want to say versus what I need to say. Oh my God. It's like, bro, you
as
get
he,
paid $18 an hour. You were getting paid more than I was before I took this manager position. You were getting paid more than I was, and you do 5% of the work I do. Go fuck yourself. Eat a dick and choke on it.
as the guy go above and beyond.
Fuck no. Not
Why
even
would he?
close.
Why would he even ask?
I just feel like it's gonna happen, bro. And I'm gonna like I'm gonna talk to Bill and I'm gonna be honest with Bill and I don't give a fuck, bro. Like I will work at that store by myself and we'll figure out how to deliver shit and do everything else. I don't give a fuck, bro. You can quit. I don't care. Because when I'm working and busting my ass and going crazy, doing a million things at once, stressing and until my brain explodes and I look over and you're looking at your phone and not doing shit else.
Great to hear Skylar Cole
Yeah, bro.
singing
I'd be
the
better off
national
without you, bro.
anthem before today's contest.
They got us at 7. Damn.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke.
They still call it the
Trent Hill,
FTX
I'm
Arena.
Brian Anderson. Allie
That's
LaForce
hilarious.
On the sidelines. Allie, it's all yours.
You know.
Well, guys, Miles Turner is one of the game's premier rim protectors.
SPF. Yo, Cam. You know about bowling down.
He said, quote, I changed games. I mean,
Well, he is a presence, Allie. No question. Thank you. Here we go.
God damn it.
It's going to be the Pacers.
Yo, I didn't realize how bad the fucking Rockets record is right now.
Facts. Yeah, they're like 14. We watching Vulcan Islam this weekend or what?
And now Indiana starting.
I'm just thinking if I have work, that's all.
Out there with Halliburton. Then there's Miles Turner.
Especially since your bitch ass went ghost on Sunday or Saturday.
What was Saturday?
I don't know. Fedor dude.
Oh shit. Yeah, man, that's my bad. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I was doing, to be honest with you. I'll keep it a buck. I honestly don't remember. I don't
You're
remember.
good. But if we can watch Islam Volk, you gotta be there. That's the one.
It's Saturday?
Saturday. I'm pretty sure it's standard time. I haven't even looked for it. I'm gonna check right now. UFC 284. Yep.
Is it the
9 p.m. Yeah, standard time.
Alright.
Let's go.
Alright, cool.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
Islam versus Volk, obviously, and then Yair versus Josh Emmett, co-main.
Okay, cool.
Interim championship.
Alright. I gotta work 10 to 4, but like if it starts at 9, it's absolutely
Oh,
fine,
you're good.
obviously.
Yeah. Bro, Yair about to become the second Mexican-born champion in UFC.
Shit. Who's he fighting?
Josh Emmett.
More than a few games into the year.
And that's for Emmett have the title? Or is it Bankit?
Interim. By the way,
Oh.
because Volk.
Right. Shit, I ain't play with any of these dudes. Fuck, I don't know anyone's jump shot.
Randall on the screen.
Motherfuckers gonna ask me Islam or Volk, bro. I'm gonna tell you I don't fucking know. What the fuck?
What I will find ironic and funny is Dana White forgetting Islam Makhachev's name.
Bro, just get him the fuck out of there.
Thank you, bro. What the fuck, dude? It's like watching a fucking senile old man, like...
Also,
like
let's
watching-
talk about the fact that Kyrie's anti-Semitism tweets got way more media coverage and way more scrutiny than Dana White
and him
slapping his
slapping the
fucking wife
fuck
on
out of his wife.
video.
You know, I mean, but hey, you know what's funny though? Like, you definitely heard me talk about Dana White slapping his wife more than that. Anything to do with Kyrie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So, you know how I feel about it. Get Dana White the fuck up out of there.
Facts, though.
Free the fighters, bro. Jesus Christ. It's crazy.
But I don't know, bro, because today I heard that the fighter page that they just closed on like Twitter and shit like that, or Google or whatever, aren't accurate. Like Ryan Bader was talking about his that got disclosed, and he was like, "I got paid way more than that."
Yeah, but but that's from Bellator, right?
Yeah, but also UFC. He was saying the same thing. He's like, "Yeah, UFC does that as well. Everybody does it." Because they don't want the fighters to know what each other are getting paid.
For what?
Because that creates like a negative work environment. You know, people are more apt to like opt out of their contract, and you know when the contract's up, go somewhere else. Probably at that point, because they think somebody that's not as good as they are is making more and shit like that.
Halliburton's got 3 assists in the game.
And that really put a whole chink in the best fight the best, huh?
Bro, we've always known. That's not the case. Look at Sean O'Malley, bro. Come on.
What do you mean?
Bro, you can't name one fighter outside of fucking Cheeto Vera that he fought before Pyotr Yan.
I can't name him. I mean, that green hair dude. But, I mean, he punched him in the
what's his
face
name?
600 times. Chris Mutino. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Name one more. Just one more.
Shit. Fucking mustache dude. He faked the uppercut and fucking hit him with a straight right and knocked him the fuck out. God damn it. Motherfucker.
Yeah, name, man.
I can't, dude, fuck you. I literally just told you how the
what's his
fight
name, bro?
ended. Fuck off. Fuck off, bud.
But you don't know his name, though? That's
I
what I'm
don't,
saying.
you're right. Ryan Weaver? I don't know, bro.
What?
Bro, I'm
It was
just...
Eddie Wineland, bro. Come on.
I mean, you know, but I mean, if Sean,
But that's what I'm saying, though.
but like if Sean was like not the real deal, I feel like Peter would have put him away pretty
No,
easily.
Sean's the real deal, 100%. But
No.
I'm just saying, you're saying to talk about.
Oh,
best fight the
probably
best.
right,
No.
right. Yeah, no.
Hell no,
Smith's gotten his second bucket.
bro. The only person, most recent person I can think of who had crazy success like that, where the best fought the best, is Israel. Because Israel was fighting a fucking murderer's row before he won the belt.
Past 10 games. Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Alex got a fast track like nobody's fucking business.
Woke.
Pereira,
Oh, well, like, yeah.
which is obviously intentional. I mean, we all knew that. But Paddy's getting fast tracked. Obviously, he's the most egregious fucking excessive
I'm
example
so
of all time.
fucking disgusted with that shit.
Yeah, that was as bad as it gets, man. It's never been more rigged than that with the judges' decisions.
Now see, with two people fighting, I'm completely, I would definitely believe that the UFC is probably rigged. There's only two people
they've rigged fights in the past.
Like,
and they're
it's,
rigging them now.
you know, and like, it's much easier to control the outcome of two people. Like,
But that's why they hate. Listen, but it's so crazy because that goes hand in hand with like they hate knockouts because if something goes wrong, no, actually, you know what? Fuck that. No, a finish is a win-win no matter what.
yeah, because the other guy gets bumped up anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the nice thing with like real fights. Like, it's not WWE in that sense where like the good guy beats the bad guy and it's a knockout and the good, you know what I mean? And like it wasn't.
Right.
So like it does. So yeah, but I definitely could see that shit being rigged, manipulated.
That was literally rigged.
I know, bro. I remember just sitting there, like, and like looking, like, and just hearing unanimous decision. I'm like, all right, cool. At least I got it right. And I remember hearing Patty. I was like, what? What?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When the Sugar Sean and Piotr fight ended, I was surprised.
I didn't know.
I was like, oh, what?
I didn't know
I was like,
on that
what?
one.
Bro, I was like, what? They really said Sean.
You thought Peter won?
Yeah. Man, the control time, the grappling, the takedowns. I thought Sean did good damage. I thought it was a really fucking close fight. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I definitely would give it to Piotr. Off of just grappling and control time alone. But the strikes weren't very far off either.
I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna chalk that one up to bias. I'm a Sugar fan.
No, I mean, I wanted Sugar to win. That's the thing. I really did.
Fuck did this happen?
Bro, because I love Piotr to death, but he's not beating Aljo anymore. And so I did want Sugar to win because I love Sugar. I love watching Sugar, man. Everybody does. You can't not love watching Sugar. I mean, the dude's so fucking Showtime, bro.
Someone at the card show had a out of 5 rookie patch auto of Sean O'Malley from Immaculate. Guess how much he fucking wanted for it?
A band.
2,000.
2 bands.
2 bands, bro.
Bro. You really think Michael Chandler's getting up the first?
I think it depends on what Connor shows up, to be honest.
But like, what you mean though?
Like, do we get Cowboy Cerrone Connor? We get a Connor that snaps his leg in the first 3 minutes of the fight? Like, what are we getting here? I don't.
Hey, you know that Connor was lethal though, right? You know that Connor was low-key sparking Dustin on the feet.
Yeah, it was looking up to be a really competitive and really good fucking fight up until that point, for sure.
That third one was crazy. But I'm saying, bro, even in the second fight, he sparked Dustin a couple times, but Dustin at lightweight for whatever reason could eat that shot. But he hit him clean, bro. You remember when Dustin he hit him with that feint uppercut and
I think Dustin said in it, was it with Rogan? He said if he had like followed up on that, he probably would have finished me, right?
If he had continued to pressure, he would have finished him. Yeah, that's what he said. He said that after the fight too.
Yeah. Oh, it's just he's such a wild card, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Like, he's just such a wild card.
Okay, let me say one thing, and then let me see what you said. Justin Gaethje, one of the, you know, I mean, he can strike. He's got good striking, but it's a little sloppy at times, right?
Right.
We've seen it. You saw in the most prime example against Charles Oliveira when he was swinging haymakers and missing everything.
Pass to Duarte.
He's a little sloppy, man. That dude
Indiana again missing.
dropped Chandler.
Awful right there, and
Right?
punish them
Okay.
for their mistake.
Fight after that. Tony Ferguson drops Michael Chandler with a jab.
Vanderbilt to pass to Butler. Clock at 6.
Bro, Tony Ferguson on a 5-fight losing grid dropped Michael Chandler. You think Conor won't in the first?
Indiana leading.
I'd like to see how. So if I am remembering correctly, the easiest time to get knocked out is when you're like sucking air, because your like body's at a relaxed like, right?
I mean, there's so many factors. You know,
I
punch
feel like
placement,
right. I mean, but
power, velocities.
I feel like,
precision.
like Chandler's one of those guys who's obviously like, is an explosive like attack person. Like he'll attack, stop.
Big
Attack,
attacks,
attack,
yeah,
attack,
like
attack,
big
right, right, right.
explosions. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I feel like, and Connor's obviously like a counter striker. We all know that.
A pressure counter striker, though.
Right.
Different.
So I think, like I think it's pretty
Pass to Oladipo.
logical to say like more than likely within the first 4 minutes of the first round, Chandler's gonna go to a big explosion that he did 3 minutes ago, and Connor's gonna download the data and just counter and just put his fucking lights out.
Spark.
Yeah, honestly.
There.
But I
Good
am
analysis.
I am interested, however, to see how Michael fights this fight.
That's very fair. I'm hoping he tries to wrestle. I really do.
Me at this point, or at least is just
A little bit.
like 25-30% more calculated with his like explosive attacks. Like cut him by a third, you know, like I don't know, like but at least something more
Here's the thing,
conservative
man. Yeah,
at the basis.
I agree, and I want him to come with the same approach you do.
Won't be very fun if it does.
I don't think he
Right.
can. I don't think he is going to change that, and I don't think he can change that. Based upon all 5 of his previous fights in the UFC, those are how all of his fights have gone, man. No matter what, and the highest of stakes, bro. The fight against Justin Gaethje was a title eliminator. That was his 3rd fight in the UFC,
And taking a quick look here at the hustle
and he was fighting like that.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting
Title
those hands
eliminator,
up.
and he's the one saying, "I want to win a championship."
I really like their energy
He
defensively.
didn't say that when he took this counter fight. He said nothing about a championship. He said nothing about a championship before. Bro, I think he's gonna go out there and do the same shit.
Yeah, I mean he might be the kind of person like he has one speed, go,
there with Tyrese Halliburton.
probably.
And it's Duarte in at the small forward position. A moment to hear from Ali
That, and I
LaForce.
think he's old, man. I think he understands his position. He knows he's probably not gonna get a belt after his shot against Charles, and I think he knows like now is the time to just generate as much money as I can and go crazy.
Jimmy hangs up in his face before
And I think that's been his approach since the